So the first question I want to ask you is, why on earth did you join the Fierce Emporium?
So this is an interesting one. It was almost by accident to start with. So I bought your book after reading the Guardian review of it, and I pre-ordered it and I got it and I loved it. And I left you a positive feedback on Amazon, and you sent me a reply saying, thank you very much. Can I contact you again? And so we got chatting. And then you sent out subsequently an email talking about the Fierce Emporium and saying, come back to me if you're interested. And I responded to a different email, and you came back and you said, oh, you're interested. And I was like, hang on, let me read it. No, I am. I really like this idea. So it was a fortuitous, happy coincidence that it all kind of happened. And I'm just really pleased it did. And when we were chatting about it, I was intrigued by the concept. I was intrigued by what you were setting out to do. I saw some of the artwork, which I absolutely loved. As you know, I was effusive about that. Really loved the steampunk themed stuff, a bit mysterious. So yeah, it piqued my interest, and it was the right thing at the right time for me to engage in.
Okay, great. And because it is a little bit unusual, and even the artwork is unusual, etc., did you have any hesitations about joining it?
Not particularly. So I knew it was something that you were trailblazing. It was a new concept. You hadn't done it before, so the first group were going to be guinea pigs. And that sort of made me think, but actually I liked it. The fact we were doing something new and that you were feeling your way as well, and that we were the first people to do it was really interesting. So that was a reservation that turned into a positive. And as I said to you before, the thing that I was most possibly reticent about was finding out that through all of this learning and self-analysis and development, the career path that I thought was the right one to pursue outside of my current career wasn't going to be right for me. And because my heart was set on that, that was a slight concern for me. Turned out not to be a worry, actually. Probably shouldn't have been in the first place, but that was like back then, huh? I've done the Fierce Emporium twice since then.
Yeah. Well, thank you for telling me those hesitations. I remember talking about them at the time, and I'm glad. It is a bit scary when you've got an idea on the side of your day-to-day business and you don't want anybody to crush it. So I try not to be in the business of dream crushing. So what were some of the personal highlights of your time in the Fierce Emporium, or the work that you did in the Fierce Emporium?
So I really liked the process of mapping my career from way back in whenever 2004 to present day onto the career sculpture, and the process of looking at the changes throughout my career and working out where within your spectrum of stuck to fierce I was within each part of that, and then what made me move to my next job or next position, and finding the cycle that became evident in that was really enlightening. So from fierce almost to stuck every time, or on the move every time, and then working my way back up was very enlightening. I really liked the superpowers and kryptonite stuff. So the kryptonite aspects of my working world were more well known than my superpowers, because I'd forgotten about them and they'd become cloaked in all the other stuff. And so it was really good to kind of dig into that and unearth it again. And then that led on to the kind of holistic view of me and my personality that you get from all of the different facets of doing the exercises. And I just love the whole concept. And the Fierce Cube it's a brilliant idea. And I've said that to you before. I really like that as a concept and as a construct and as a way of kind of navigating your way through things. And you and your alter ego, Lucia, who is crazy as a bat, but happy in the stitches.
For anybody who's watching this, I do have an alter ego, and she does help me train in the Fierce Emporium, but you don't need to know about her until you get in.
She is fierce.
And do you think, this is kind of a big question, but do you think the future looks or feels different to you? And if so, how?
Yes, it does. So there have been some things that have happened organically during the time that I've been doing the Fierce Emporium. There have been some things that it's really helped me to work on. So the weaker aspects of my understanding of myself, and building up the positive aspects and helping me to focus on the things that are important. So for me, it feels hugely more positive and a lot less scary, which are two good things, right? And the big thing for me is that if you view everything in an experimental light, as you kind of do in the Emporium, everything you do is you cannot fail at anything if it's an experiment. You can only achieve an outcome that helps you to learn and to grow for the future. And so that, for me, takes away a lot of the worry about changing and doing things differently. They're just an experiment. And if they're not the positive outcome, I've still learned and I've still grown. And that's really important.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And so you've been through the Fierce Emporium twice now, yes? So the first time, and you came back for the next department in your journey. Looking back, who else do you think might benefit from joining the Fierce Emporium? You know, where are they? What stage? Just tell me something about the people that might also benefit from being in the Fierce Emporium, in your opinion.
So I think that there's so much to it. There's so much sound psychological concepts that are dealt with in a kind of really innovative way. The exercises are really well thought out and they help you to kind of dig into yourself. And because of that, I think that aspects of it are for everyone. Maybe not all of it is for everyone, or in its current form is for everyone, but there are pieces of it that certainly would have benefited me at 16, at 20, at 30 now. The Fierce Emporium as a whole concept and as a program, I think really would benefit anyone who's kind of lost their mojo. So they've been doing the same thing forever, or they've been changing but not finding the thing that kind of fires them anymore, and they can't get enthusiasm no matter what it is they seem to look at. It's not there. Those are the people that it really helps. I think it's just really good to do some introspection and to kind of figure out where you need to go next if you're stuck.
Brilliant. I can't ask for any more than that. And a final really silly question is, if you could use 3 words to describe the Fierce Emporium, what 3 words would you use?
I would say it was enlightening. Yeah. I'd say it was reinvigorating and crazy.